if you had unfettered power to do whatever you could to curb the spread of this, would you start requiring vaccinations to get into restaurants? You mentioned art fairs, Super Bowl sporting events, and other places where large crowds gather?
Well, certainly I'd allow them. Well, the answer to your question is yes, I would, but I'd certainly allow them to do it. In Florida right now, they can't do it because the governor and the legislature now has made it illegal. So I would absolutely let, cruise industry, people that have big conventions, restaurants, because frankly, I think that's a great way to encourage people to do the right thing. They don't have to go to a restaurant, but if they're going to go, they ought to be vaccinated. And I think that's the case everywhere. I urge people to make their employees get vaccinated because, this is ridiculous. This is a unforced error that is causing tens of thousands of people to die, I think. And that's just horrible.
What's the relationship like now? Do you have a relationship at this point with Governor DeSantis?
I speak to him through shows like yours, and not personally. At the very beginning, he did what I think you would expect somebody to do and what we had done, which is forget the partisan stuff. We're trying to save lives. And I called him, I spoke to him, I told him what was happening in my community, which is a place where gathering happens. We don't really do social distancing well in Miami Beach. We do big events well in Miami Beach, like Super Bowls and art fairs. So I called him up. He was very helpful. He asked what I needed. He came down. He did everything that I expected, and I commended him publicly regularly for that. And then I guess at some point soon thereafter, maybe it was former President Trump, but this became a political issue. I mean, we are suing our governor, so many people are, so that we can simply try to save lives in our state. And I wish he would reconsider. I sent him a letter last week asking him to, but I don't speak to him at all. And not that I won't. I would love to hear from him, but I think he's sort of dug in right now. And whether it's now hubris or whether it's just a political calculation, I don't see him as changing his direction.